Okay, so we come to chapter 7, skill check quiz integrated review. In this chapter 7, we will talk about the interval notation on the number line. And we're gonna find like the middle values of the interval. So let's talk about question number 1 here. So we have the notation as parentheses 0.111 comma 0.555. So these, and it said it is an interval on the number line. So what does that mean? Okay, if I draw a number line, so like this, right? And I say here's 0. See that, right? Here is let's say here's a 1, right? So in the middle here, I'm gonna have 0.5, right? And next to 0.5, I could have like 0. Say here 0.555. Yeah, right. And I could have 0.111, maybe around here. Right. So if I want to present like in between, no, actually, let me use other color. Right. In between. Right. So the interval in between 0.111 to 0.55 gonna be the segment, the rest segment that I have just to draw, right? So they want me to find the middle values of the interval. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna adding to this like the lowest and the highest of the interval, and then divide by 2. So we're gonna do like the middle will be equal to lowest plus the highest divided by 2. Let's do that. So 0.111 plus 0.555 and then divide by 2. So that's going to be 0.666 on the top, divide by 2, and you will have 0.333 as the answer. Yeah. So we move to the next problem. Okay, so this is formula for the standard error. Okay, as you learn in chapter 7, there is formula for standard error, which is this formulas, but we actually not worry about like worry about it in this form, because right now we are given all the values for each case in here, right? So last we just substitute. So we have SE, standard error will be square root of P1 hat. Okay, what is that? P1 hat will be X1 divided by N1. So P1 has equals to X1 over N1. Let's do a side work. What is X1? I have 33. And I divide by N1 is 40. P1 hat is gonna be like a sample portion. Sample. In this case, we have like a sample number one. So we have 33 divided by 40. Let's use calculator. So what is that? What is that going to be? 33 divided by 40. We have 0.85. 825. So around. And P2 will be like 2 over N2. And I substitute again. 91 divided by N2 is 104. So 91 divided by 104. Enter. So I have 0.85. 875. So substitute into the formula. So P1 half 0.825 multiplied by 1 minus 0.825 divided by N1, 40. Then I plus with P2 is 0.875 times 1 minus 0.875. Everything divided by 104. Okay, so in this case, you can just use calculators, or that's most to handle this. Let me show you my calculators. In this case, even though it's have like big things here, but you can still handle it. So second and the square root here, right? So make sure that I want to have everything right now. It's going to be in the parentheses, right? So I have 0.825, right? And then multiplied by, I have small parentheses there, I have 1 minus 0.825. I close that parenthesis and I divide by 40. Okay. And then I adding with, okay, watch out, 0.875. And then multiplied by parentheses there, 1 minus 0. No, not this is not the minus, it's a negative, so I'll change that. 0.875. Close that parenthesis and divide by 104. I close the big parenthesis for the square root and I enter that. I got 0.06827. So when I come back with the answer, I want to round to the 40 decimal place. So 40 decimal place, I must stop at here. But the 7 there will affect number 2 to make 0.0683 as the answer. Okay, so we finished this problem and let's move to the next problem. All right, so this is an inequities and want to represent an intervals on the number line. Wait a second. No, we have P is in between 0.222 and 0.444. Okay, so that's what they want to tell us. Keep in mind that this P right now is in between, which means like all the values in between 0.22 to 0.44. As I mean, I can draw is here 0.222, 0.444, and all the values in between, but not include. Okay, not include because the inequality is not inclusive. Okay, so let's say find the value that in the middle of the interval. So this is, you can just, again, what's the lowest? Here's the lowest, right? What's the highest? Here's the highest, right? So you did adding those together and divide by 2. And you will get 0.666 again. And divide by 2 will be 0.333 as the answer. Okay, as they say, find the distance from the middle of, so this is the middle, right? So they say we'll find the distance from the middle of the interval to the end, to any endpoint. So distance, I'm gonna stick by D of the middle. So let's middle using M, okay? Low arrow is gonna be the lowest. So let's say lowest to the middle. Here's the middle here. Okay. You can just use the just use the higher number minus for the smaller. Or you can just use the absolute values in here. Say, no, let me use the formulas. Let me make a formula for you. So, yeah, just use the formulas as M or L minus M. That's fine. L minus M. So absolute value of L minus M was L, 0.222 minus M. M is 0.333, right? So what is that equal to? Gonna be absolute value of -0.111, right? Keep in mind that we are having an absolute value. So that's going to be equal to 0.111. That's the answer. Okay. You can also either go by the formula as, you know, the highest minus the middle absolute values. It's supposed to be the same answer. Okay. So we move to the next columns. Now let's say represent any number in the intervals 0.065 and 0.129. Rewrite the possible value of P in the inequalities notation. Okay, so keep in mind that did it just convert from intervals notation, right, to the inequalities, right? So this interval notation can be converted as like P in between the lowest, here's the lowest, here's the highest, right? In between the low, so the lowest gonna be all the way in the left and the highest all the way in the right. So low gonna be A here, B gonna be the right. And you, I mean, you can you can make sure that in the K you have like a inequalities with a bracket, an interval with a bracket as A comma to B bracket here. You can convert to be like P in between A and B also, but inclusive with equal there, right? Because the brackets mean inclusive. So another example like bracket A comma B and then close parentheses, then you can write as A less than or equal to P, but P is greater than and less than B, strictly. So it's remember that the parenthesis here is not include, not include, right? Okay, come back with this columns. We have like 0.065 comma 0.129. So this you can convert it to be like P in between. Left is 0.065, right gonna be 0.129. And that's the reason why I have is here as a way to rewrite it. Okay. So now let's we just move to the next column. Okay. I have another interval notations on the number line, right? And then I do part A and B. So part A say find the middle, right? Adding those together, 5, 4, 3 plus 6, 4, 5 divided by 2. You get the middles, which is 5, 9, 4, right? And then find distance from the middle to the interval to the either endpoint. You can just do absolute value of the lowest minus the mean, right? 5, 4, 3 minus 5, 9, 4, right? You can also do like the high, yes, minus the middles, which is 6, 4, 5 minus 5, 9, 4. And you should have the same answer as 51 as the answer. So let's move to the next one. We have another interval notations. No, sorry. We have inequality notations, and we want to change it to the interval notation. Okay, so we inversely, right? We go inversely. Okay, so like A less than P less than B, something like that. We can convert back to the to the intervals as A comma B, but do we include A? No. So we have parentheses before A. Do we include B? No. We have parentheses like open brackets for B after B. So so we're gonna so we're gonna do the same for this guy. Gonna be 0.333 to 0.555, but not includes. Okay, so let's take a look as part A, B, and C. Find the value that the middle, so middle, yeah. So you're adding together. Divide by 2, right? Middle gonna be that. What is that equal to? 0.444. Distance. Distance will be absolute value of high minus middles. You can have high one gonna be 0, high one is gonna be 0.555 minus middle was 0.444. Absolute value, right? So 0.111. Okay, and we can write the given interval in the format p hat plus and minus m. So p hat plus and minus m. Imagine that m actually they notate m is the middle distance from the middle. So I'm gonna change this to be this is the middle. M is here. So P hat, we have P hat is 0.444, right? This was, here's P hat, right? And plus and minus M gonna be 0.111. Okay. So last column, we are using confident interval formulas in here. Given that P hat 0.74, Z equal to 1.68, and standard error gonna be 0.00126, and we just have a 2. So so we have 0.74 plus and minus Z star gonna be 1.68 and multiplied by 0.00126. Okay, so this actually can be 2K, which is 0.74 plus 1.68 times 0.00126. And the second K is going to be 0.74 minus 1.68 multiplied by 0.00126. So what do we have? I will have to use calculators. Have 0.74 plus 1.68 multiplied by 0.00126, and that will be 0.742168. In the second case, I can have 0.74 minus 1.68 times 0.00126. Oh, I'm missing something. Let me do one more time. 0.74 minus 1.68 times with 0.00126. Enter. And I will get 0.73788832. Okay, so keep in mind that the interval is go from the lowest to the highest. So this is the low, this is high, right? Because you see week one is bigger than week one. So then if we go by intervals, you're gonna have like 0.73. Okay, so we want us to route to 3 decimal place. So stop it here, but the 8 affects 7, so gonna be 8, and then the high is gonna be 0.742. 0.742. This number one new will not affect 2, so you have 0.742 as an answer. So the interval gonna be the answer as 0.738 to 0.742. And that's it for this chapter. Okay, so I'm gonna stop this chapter here and see you in chapter number 8 later.